The political winds may be shifting in the high-stakes Pennsylvania Senate race just days after a poll from Hill and Emerson College found that Democrat John Fetterman's lead over Republican Dr. Mehmet Oz shrank to just 2 points. Some analysts are putting the race into the toss-up category, moving it from the leaning Democratic column. And Niall Stange, White House columnist for The Hill, joining me right now. Niall, good morning. You know, health is still a big concern for Mr. Fetterman, who is recovering from a stroke earlier this year. He had surgery. But the RCP polling average still has him ahead by more than 4 points versus the 2 in other polling. How important is this seat for Democrats?
Oh, it's absolutely vital, Adrienne. This seat could be the ball game, really. Obviously, we're starting off at a 50-50 Senate. This is clearly the Democrats' best opportunity to flip a seat. Republican Senator Pat Toomey is retiring. And if they were to do that, it would obviously give them just a thin layer of insulation against a loss elsewhere. For example, Nevada, where their incumbent Democratic Senator Catherine Cortez Masto is trailing in the polls.
Dr. Oz's campaign also announcing a $17 million fundraising boost in the past quarter, including a $7 million personal loan. Is this much of a financial investment this close to the midterms a surprise?
It's not necessarily a surprise, but it is important. I mean, clearly, Mehmet Oz is a very rich man, primarily as a consequence of his TV career. One of the reasons that I think the polls have closed has been a recent advantage for his campaign and his allies over John Fetterman. From late August until right now, they have outspent Fetterman on TV by around $7 million. That, in turn, has helped other attack lines, for example, attacking John Fetterman as soft on crime, to gain traction and to begin to reduce this polling deficit that Mehmet Oz had been suffering.
Okay, so every race, we've been talking about this, every single race for this midterms is crucial. But in this particular season, what issues appear to be activating voters in this battleground state?
If you look at polling, Adrienne, the economy and inflation are quite clearly the main issue. Those are the main drivers of people's votes. What else do people say in polls? Well, they mention the abortion issue, they mention crime, they mention guns. But I'd also say that in this race, there's quite a lot of personal mud being flung. And of course, that's not typically tested in polling. But Fetterman has attacked Oz for being a carpetbagger, given his long-time residency in New Jersey. And then the Oz campaign raising a lot of questions about Fetterman's health following that stroke, as well as this accusation that he's soft on crime. So it's getting pretty personal, this race as well.
In Georgia's race, Senate race, Republicans are definitely rallying behind Herschel Walker, though he was accused recently of paying for a girlfriend's abortion back in 2009. His son has come out being very vocal about it. This is a report that Walker is saying is a flat-out lie. So do you think it's going to hurt his chances in Georgia?
It will hurt his chances, in my judgment. It won't necessarily destroy his chances. You're quite right to outline the fact that he denies this story, but there are some people who will believe it. The Daily Beast is standing by it, and it raises charges of hypocrisy, among other things. As well as that, having his son out criticising him in such personal terms is clearly not good. All that being said, that is survivable. There was a congressman from Arizona whose siblings came out a few years ago and cut a campaign ad against him, and he survived that. It may well be that Republican voters want the win so badly in Georgia, one of their best pickup opportunities, that Herschel Walker can get past this. But it's clearly a bad thing for his campaign.
Right. And I would say that for a lot of people, they would say, you know, oh, it's 2009, people can change. People can change their opinions and their stances on a number of different things, including a very personal decision. Niall, thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.